For each lesson this semester, I'm going to provide you with a type of overview video. So that's what this is for lesson 1. This is your first main lesson of the semester. So even though you had the introductory lesson last week, it was a bit different and set apart from what you're going to be doing the rest of the semester. So starting this week, you're going to start noticing that everything is falling into the same type of pattern as you move from week to week, which is good because with online learning, it can be really difficult sometimes to understand what it is that is expected of you and how your teacher and your course works. So following this pattern, I think you'll find isn't necessarily repetitious in a bad way, but in a good way. You know what to expect. Things are where you expect them to be, and you're going to get used to the different types of assessment that you have to work with. So right now, I'm on the Lesson 1 main page. I have all of the different folders open over here on the screen on the left, or the menu on the left, excuse me, so that you can see how everything lays out and how to find things from your grammar lesson to your reading and discussion board, the different writing elements that you're going to be working with, your first writing assignment, and everything else that you need to accomplish for the week. But the main pages are extremely helpful in compiling all of the information you need for the week. And before I get into the meat of this page, I want to point out that if you go down to this attachments, you'll see that there's a Lesson 1 PDF. And if you open that, you will find a printable version of your tasks for this lesson. It'll always be labeled with which lesson it is and then what assignments are due for each day. So I really suggest that you print this off so that you have something tangible in front of you that you can check off for your work. You can say, okay, it's Tuesday. What do I need to finish up? I've already watched my grammar videos. I've read the assignments. Oh, I need to write my first post and get that on the discussion board before tomorrow night, and so on and so forth. So having this written out in front of you and having an actual piece of paper might help you be more organized and will hopefully prevent you from turning in any work late, because remember, I don't accept late work. So doing this is just a form of organization that might help you as we move through the semester. So each page will have the objectives for each week. So this week you're going to be working with sentence fragments. You're going to be reading 3 essays and then prepare a post for the discussion board and communicate with your classmates about those. You're also going to work on paragraphing and essay development with 3 different videos. You're also going to start your love letter writing assignment. And then you're going to, of course, give feedback on your classmates' posts and also provide support and encouragement at your gathering. And then as you move down to the overview, you'll see the same list of assignments and their due dates that we saw in the PDF that I opened just a moment ago. So all of the due dates are laid out. So the big things for you to keep in mind are to watch the videos for grammar at the very beginning of each week, so then you can apply them throughout the week and then get your grammar exercises done by the end of the week. Also, you want to make sure that you get your reading assignments done as soon as you can, because your first post for the discussion board is due on Wednesday, and then all of your response posts are due on Saturday. You also want to make sure that you view the videos on paragraph and essay development so that you can apply those to your first draft of your writing assignment, which again is due on Wednesday. So these assignments are always laid out for you, and you want to kind of prioritize your time based on where you need to apply that information and any preparatory work that you need to do. For example, you can't do your first post for the discussion board without doing your reading assignments first. So just make sure you prioritize your time. Always look at this list of due dates and assignments so that you know where you need to spend your time first. And then as you move down, these main pages are so helpful because they outline, again, everything that you need, but they also post links directly to them. So while you can navigate on the menu on the left, you can also just come to the main page and go right there. So if you click on this link, it will take you to the information you need about sentence fragments. And then if you click on the grammar exercise link, it will take you to the actual exercise you need to complete all through the main page. Otherwise, you can click on the grammar lesson, and then once you're done there, you can go down to the fragments link in the menu. Either way, there are multiple ways to access the same information. So just do what's best for you and what's easiest for you to visualize and work with. Again, with your readings and discussion, you go to the main page where it lists out the actual assignments, and then you go to the discussion board. So let's back up a little bit and go to the, we'll use the link on this one. You go to the link for the, mine always falls down, so I have to go back in, pull it back up. So for your lesson on fragments this week, you're going to read the handout, and I highly suggest that you print this out before viewing the video. The handout is actually a transcript of the video. So if you can watch the video and listen to the video at the same time that you're reading the handout, you're going to retain more information. Doing both of those at the same time stimulates your hearing as well as your visual sense. So doing both in connection with each other might help you comprehend the information a little bit more. Also, because it is a video, you do want to watch the video as well, so you obviously can't watch and read at the same time. But again, if you have that information out in front of you, you can write notes on the handout as you're listening to and watching the video. So getting different types of learning going at the same time is going to help you quite a bit. And then you can come down here and use these additional resources, and when you're all done, you complete the grammar exercise. And then when you want to do that, you click on that link. It's going to take just a second, apparently. And we're waiting some more. This is technology for you. All right, let's back out and go a different way. I don't want to waste all of your time. So let's try going to the fragments link through the menu instead. Ta-da! So all you'd have to do is click start, and that would get you going on that assignment. All right, so let's go back to the main page. Oh, that's right. Never mind. We'll just skip right to the reading assignments. That's where I was going to go next anyway. All right, so when you come to the reading assignments page, you will see, some instructions, another link to the discussion board, and here are the 3 things that you need to read. Born to Write, Let's Get Specific, and How to Communicate Effectively. So these are the readings that you're going to work with the discussion board, and you need to read all 3 of them. Okay, so once you have read all 3 of those, you go to the discussion board. We'll see if it works. It's coming. There we are. Then, once you're on the discussion board, you will see the actual instructions for you to complete the discussion board. So each bullet is an option for you. You only have to pick one. So you can work with Born to Write in this instance, or this question also works with Born to Write. You can work with Let's Get Specific, or you can work with President Monson's talk on how to communicate effectively. So you have a choice, but you do need to read all 3 before you do that. So that you at least read all of them, even if you only want to work with writing about one of them. Okay, and then after that, it gives you instructions on how to respond to your classmates' post. And before we get started with these, when you write your first post, make sure you're as insightful as you can be, and don't give just a bare minimum in your post. Otherwise, nobody's going to be able to respond to you because you don't have any meat, any real information in your post. Try to be insightful. Try to really think about the questions that you're being asked. Also, answer all of the questions you're being asked. So here you can see that you're being asked multiple things. Do you agree with a statement made in this article? To what extent do you think that writing is a natural talent? And then it asks you to relate your own personal experience. You need to do all of that. The more you give, the more you're going to get out of this assignment. So it comes down to accountability. You're accountable for your own learning, and the better you do on these initial posts, the more you're going to get out of them. So please give your classmates lots of insight to respond to, and also give yourself, more opportunities to learn. So the more work you do, the better. All right, so that's your reading discussion board. With your writing lessons, you simply just watch those videos. That's pretty straightforward. Your writing assignment is a love letter. Now, let's go to this link so that you can see the instructions for that. If you haven't noticed, for every assignment, the instructions are always very, very clear and very specific. It's just up to you to make sure that you read and understand them. So if you ever have any questions, just let me know. So the point of the love letter writing assignment is to write a love letter to something you know. It's not a person, it's an object. If you write it to a person, you're going to lose a lot of points on your paper. Lots and lots of points. Like, it probably won't pass. So you need to make sure that you're addressing it to an object. It's supposed to be fun and funny and lighthearted. And I really enjoy reading these papers because of the things that people tend to write their love letters to. So think about an object in your life that you just adore. I had a student last semester talk about her glider, because she just had a baby and she was spending so much time feeding her baby in that glider, and she just praised it through this love letter, and it was really cute. And that's how most of them turn out. So pick a fun object that you can just praise to death and just have a good time writing with. This is supposed to be fun. I promise writing can be fun. Also, always look at the student examples that you're provided so that you can see what's expected of you. The rubric is helpful. Let's take a look at that, because that shows you how you're going to be graded. So here is the description for the assignment when I go to grade it. So it focuses on one object, points out the significant qualities, and expands upon those in the paragraphs. Does your essay do that? Yes or no? It needs to be well organized and use transitions. Do you address the object directly? And then all of the formatting and grammar stuff. So always check out the rubric so you know what you're being graded on. Okay, and then here's some helpful hints for you to get started. And then when you want to submit it, you just click start. So this week you are just working on your first draft. So just get something down, get a good start. The better start you have now, the less work you have to do later. So go ahead and get that completed this week by Wednesday, and then you'll start drafting beyond that. Then, of course, go to your pathway gathering, get working on your speaking partner. If you have any questions or concerns about that, let me know. But again, if you do have questions, more than likely you're going to have to go to the program itself. And then, of course, complete your weekly reports. You're going to have to do those every week. So this is pretty standard. This is what you're going to be doing pretty much the rest of the semester. You're going to have writing assignments, grammar lessons, a discussion board with readings associated. You've got different paragraphing and essay writing techniques that you're going to learn about. So hopefully you start getting into a groove as we move from lesson to lesson. If you ever have a question or concern, just let me know. That's why I'm here. But hopefully this first lesson is good for you. I hope you have a great week, and just keep me posted on how you're doing.